Hello Sisel Nation, welcome to video 2 of your Sisel office training. So in the last video we talked about getting your basic information set up so that you can start building your Sisel business right away. So it makes sense that in this video we're going to talk about how you can do just that. Dive right in now and start building. So what we're going to talk about today is your replicated site and how to get moving with that. So there are a couple of ways to access your replicated site. Most likely the easiest way is to just open up a browser and in your browser's address bar type your username .sisel.net. If you don't want to go that route, you can go back into your account settings that we talked about in the last video, and you'll notice just a few rows down you'll see website here, and if you click on this link it will take you directly to your replicated site. So let's go ahead and go there now. So the first thing you might notice when you reach your replicated site is that it looks exactly like Sisel's corporate website or the website that belongs to the person you signed up under. That's in fact the reason why we call it a replicated site, is that it literally replicates the main corporate website. You'll see some good homepage content, and if you look up in the menu items up above, those first few menu items are mainly there to educate your prospects about Sisel, like background on the company, things like the malware mission, the different profit centers that Sisel offers, etc. The login menu option at the top right is actually another way for you to access your Sisel office. I know there are a number of people who like to log in that way versus the office.sisel.net route. Today, we're going to focus primarily on those join and shop buttons at the top. These are going to be the main pathways a person can take to become a preferred customer of yours or a distributor on your team. So first off, let's go the shop route. So when you click on shop, it's immediately going to pull up a whole bunch of Sisel products. On the left side, you'll notice some filter and sort options, and these are pretty cool. For example, in the filter category, if you click on fitness, it will take away all the other products except for our fitness products. Same thing with health, with Sisel Safe, and with the beauty line. You can take the filter away by hitting the red clear button up at the top here. You can also sort products alphabetically by clicking on name, or you can sort products on price from low to high or high to low. Now let's say a person on your site is interested in purchasing. First off, you'll notice that they can see both the distributor pricing and the preferred pricing. If they hover over the product, they'll see a few options. If they click on quick view, it shows them exactly that, a quick view of the product. Or they can simply do a quick add to cart or a quick add to auto ship. Now if they click on the product, it takes them into the full page. From here they can adjust quantity, they can add to cart or add to auto ship, and they can check out. There's also a lot more information on the full page that they can scroll through and check out. Now let's say they add Sizzling Vanilla to cart, then they go back, and let's say they add Spectramax to their auto ship. To check out from this point, they can either go back into a product page and click the checkout button, or they can go up to the very top right and click on the shopping cart button. This will pull up a little sub window that will give a summary of their order and allow them to check out. Now if a person goes the shop route, it will pull open this prompt that says, you have items in your cart, would you like to keep them for your enrollment process? If they say yes, the system will keep their items in their cart and they can proceed to enroll as either a distributor or a preferred customer. If they say no, the system will clear their cart and they'll have a chance to shop again during the enrollment process. The other route a person can take on your replicated site is join. Now clicking on the join button will just cut to the chase. You'll see here that the person can select their market and that they can either sign up as a distributor or a preferred customer. Let's go ahead and do a quick run through of a distributor enrollment. Now the first thing an enroller will see is the enrollment fee with distributor kit. This enrollment fee is mandatory to becoming a distributor. If you try to continue without adding it to order, you'll see an error message pop up. The next step an enroller will see is subscription to the Sisel app. They'll be able to see some basic information about the Sisel app, and they can either opt in or opt out of subscribing. For this demonstration, I'm going to subscribe to the Sisel app and hit continue. In this step, an enroller will have the option to purchase one of Sisel's Wealth Builder packs, which will allow them to enroll in the Wealth Builder system. I'm going to go ahead and add the Weight Loss Wealth Builder pack to my order and proceed. Now this step is where the enroller inputs his or her personal information and creates a username and password. It's pretty self-explanatory, so I'm just going to go ahead and skip right through it. Now this next step is where the person can add additional product or set up an auto ship if he or she has not already done so through the shop route. Now for demonstration's sake, I'm just going to add a couple more products to my auto ship before proceeding. Now you'll notice on the bottom right hand side there are items in my auto order and items in today's order. Now you may have noticed that since I added some items to my auto ship, a new category in the steps popped up here, this number 3, configure your auto ship. If I hit continue, I go to that new step 3, and now I can choose which day of the month I want my auto ship to hit. Now let's go ahead and say the 24th of each month is good. I'm happy with that, so let's go ahead and just continue on. We're in the home stretch now. In this step, your enroller will fill out his or her shipping information. Here I'm just going to say use my main address as my shipping address. Below that is billing and payment. Now, if the individual set up an auto ship during enrollment, the system will actually save that credit card on file. Now, the last thing in this step is billing address. I'm just going to say my billing address is the same as my shipping address, and I should be good to go. And now we see a final summary of the order. At this stage, you can go back and change any incorrect information. You can also choose a shipping method and speed. Assuming all the information is correct, the enroller can hit complete enrollment, and that person is officially in your organization. Congratulations for building up your Sisel business.